I'm audible?
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, sure, you're audible.
Okay. So, first of all, I would like to welcome Dr. Harvinder Singh ji. He is professor and head School of Business with specialization in marketing, digital marketing, sales management. He's from Maharaja Agrasen University, Baddi. He is having 25 years of experience with a blend of corporate 9 year and teaching 16 year. In the academic career spanning over 16 years, he has worked as a faculty in various institutes like Lovely Professional University, DAV College, JMIT Radhor, HEC, Yamuna Nagar, and many other institutes also. Plus, he is having immense experience in terms of training. He attended different kind of training and courses, and also worked with different blue chip company like Nerolac, Steel Tube of India, and many other brands like Golden Lemonades, etc. So he is having specialization in all these kind of things, and he has published two books and many research paper in refereed and Scopus based journals also. He has written many chapters. He has contributed in many edited books. He also organized. He is active member in the international conferences organized in Mithil School of Business and other institute. So it's a immense pleasure for me that I got the opportunity to introduce Dr. Harvinder Singh to all of us, and now he's going to throw some light on the strategy for developing successful startup. So now I would like to hand over the session to Dr. Harvinder Singh. Over to you, sir.
Okay, very good morning. Thank you, Dr. Nikhil Monga, for elaborating my profile. And um, starting with the day, I got an opportunity to share some important points related to startup. So the topic which has been given is strategy for developing a successful startup. So let us start with what actually is startup first of all. I'm audible, Nikhil? Okay.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, fine. Now, when we say startup, it might be a very buzzword nowadays, right? A buzzword for every entrepreneur, every student, even every institution, organization as well. Now, why it is a buzzword, right? That is more important. From traditional era to modern era, when we see there is a drastic change, right? When it's a traditional era, the things are different than modern era. So we'll be seeing in the coming up slides. So my focus will be on what is startup and why it is necessary. And we will be seeing the process. We'll be seeing some strategies to maintain a successful or a profitable startup. And what are the challenges and what is the contribution by our government. So these things we'll be discussing in next coming 45 minutes. Now, in this slide, I have mentioned some of the startups which are really successful, like Nika, Creed, Mesho, Grow, Swiggy, Pharma, Easy, and many more. You can talk about Practo, you can talk about BharatPay, you can talk about Boat, right? Now, these all was small startup, and today they are generating a revenue, right? And their contribution in national income, right? So major chunk of the contribution is coming from startups, and this has happened uh, from both sides, from thinkers as well as from support of government and thinkers. Thinkers means what? It can be anybody. It can be a student who can think of an idea or a service, and they come up with some new idea in the market, and that idea really works. So let us go ahead and see. Now, what is startup, right? What actually it means? Now, if we talk about it in layman language, and a business which earns profit for me, that's all. But now his startup is having somewhat a different approach here, right? It is obviously a company, but which has been, you can say, run with a new idea, a new concept in the market, and it has been run by more than 2 or 3, you can say, partners. It can be individual also, but if you come up with 2 or 3 partners, means they have an idea together and they contribute in that idea, and finally that idea gets momentum in the market, right? So just we can see from the first definition, a company that's in initial stages of business. Founders normally finance their startup and may attempt to attract outside investment before they get off the ground. So if you are having a new idea and you convert into a business, you create a need in the market and you project as a need for a consumer in the market, that will work. Okay. So you can take an example of, I think, Bharat Pay. Bharat Pay is online, you can say, payments, digital payment system. On initial days, I think we might be having some doubt in our mind. The payment through digital might be a risky one. But today, I think we have multiple players in the same field. You can just name in the tips. You can have Google Pay, Bharat Pay, or Zap Pay, Amazon Pay, and list is endless, right? So one thing is important here. If you have an idea, that should click to the customer, and that should attract what? The idea, and it should generate faith in the mind of consumer, and that will work. Okay. Second, you can say boat. I think boat is well known to everybody. Every gadget in a house you buy, I think first preference you give to boat. This is what is, you can say, concept. Shadi.com, when it came in 2000, I think early, I think 2000, it was, I think, a myth. It will not work. But today, it's become a business. And this is what we can, somebody is talking, I think.
Aditi ma'am, I think your mic is on. Please mute the mic, Aditi ma'am. Aditi ma'am, can you hear me?
Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Right. Now, second definition says, create unique and irreplaceable product or service. This is what I'm focusing upon. It should be a unique idea. It should be a novel idea. It should be a feasible idea that should stick in the mind of consumer. And if it really click, I think you can touch heights. So I think it really aims to innovation and building idea. This is what is required here. So this our government is also supporting in it. So we need to take advantage. So we'll be talking in coming slides. Now let's talk about traditional era, where I am focusing on earlier. So in olden days, what happened? Needs was very less. Lack of needs. I think today, I think our needs are endless. So we want everything on our table. We want everything online. This is what has become. But in olden days, think of your forefathers, grandfather and father. the needs were very limited, right? Demands were very less. Resources were very scarce. Competition is minimal. You can hardly find any two companies or three companies in the market, but there is very less competition. Knowledge, skill of people, that is not appropriate. That's not up to the mark. Opportunities were very less. You don't get an opportunity to open a business or startup as if for today. Funding was a main important area. Who will finance? Where I will get money from? Either I am having money or not to open a new business. These are some of the things which are hurdles in past. But today, if you talk today, modern, what happened? Tremendous opportunities. Needs are endless. Customer is having needs. You need to identify that need. Okay. Funding opportunities, government is supporting. You should have an idea from where we should get the funding. Ideas. Every individual is having some new idea. How you can convert that idea into business? I think modern era has really taught us all these things. How to be unique, how to be different, how to create an opportunity, right? And that has given birth to a startup, right? So let us start up. That is my mantra for today. So every student or every individual should give a second thought. If they have an idea, they should focus on, right? Now, how to plan? This is an important slide for us. If you want to open up some startup, the planning starts from target market. So suppose I am having an idea. Who can be my target customer?
Harvinder sir, sorry to interrupt you. Sir, your slides are not moving.
Slides are not moving?
Yeah.
I think I am moving the slides. It is very well working.
It's not visible here.
Just ask somebody. Ask somebody.
I think in this there is the option of resume slideshow.
No, I have.
In the PPT there is resume slideshow.
No, I have done the slideshow. It is working on the slideshow. Okay, I'll reshare it again.
Yeah.
Just check with other students, other faculty if they are having.
Yeah, another faculty also said the same thing. It's
Okay,
not
okay.
visible.
Let me reshare again. Let me reshare again.
Yeah. No problem.
Now it's fine.
It is visible.
Okay. If I go with the slide share.
PPT was visible last time also, but it was not moving.
Not is it visible?
Yeah, PPT is visible, but when you change the slide, it is not visible. That
Okay.
is the issue.
Just can you tell me which slide I am at present?
At the very first slide.
So I don't know why it is not moving. I've done a okay, I'm trying to reshare it again. Just hold.
Okay, no problem.
Nikhil, just tell me now.
Yes, now it's fine. It's fine.
Now which slide?
Now it's moving. It's moving. Yeah.
Now it's moving. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have talked about this. and the traditional era we have discussed. Okay. Fine, Nikhil?
Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine.
Okay, so now I was at this slide. So opportunities are there, but we need to cache it. We need to find it. How? That is important challenge, right? So let us move ahead. So I'm at planning site, Nikhil.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
So
startup planning.
yeah, startup planning. So now startup, we should have these things in our mind. If you are having some idea, who can be our target market and customer? This is important area. If you're not idea who can be our target customer, I think you should not move further, right? You should identify the need of a consumer, and then you can select who be my target customer. Then you can see competition in the market. So how many competitors are there? If there, so how you can be a unique one? How you can have a unique approach? Okay, what is different in your product? This thing should be analyzed. Then you can go for value. How you can create value in the market? Should give value proposition. Now it should be long term, right? So it should not be a short term goal. So you need to plan your long term goal. Location with a growth potential, which to sell. Is it online, offline as well? Okay. Building a startup team, that is important. And last one, developing a startup growth plan. So we need to focus on all these areas. If we are not focusing, I think we should not move ahead. So tremendous planning need to be done related to these approaches. Okay. So here now when you say building a team, so we should have people who can really contribute into it. Nikhil, I am audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, clearly
Okay.
audible.
So I think how many see Shark Tank? Can you just say yes? How many see Shark Tank? Only one person has reverted two. Okay, right, fine. So I think Shark Tank is a platform which really funding buddy entrepreneurs, new ideas. So if you're seeing it, just see that Shark Tanks, that Shark Tank, you should have a team which is really going to contribute into it. Okay. Now, setting up a startup building. So you should have a good idea, first of all. So what is a good idea? The idea should be feasible. It should be different. It should be unique. Then I think idea is good. And if you're having any idea, I think you need to introspect and see whether this idea is going to be feasible or not in the market. You should develop a business plan in terms of market, in terms of finance, in terms of P's, in terms of, you can say, market, which market you're targeting, who is your customer, operational area. These things you should focus it upon. Capital, from where you're getting capital, are you having adequate capital or not, right? Right people need to be chosen for your team. Picking a location and design a site. Now, designing a website, that is important, right? Because today, I think everybody want to be online, and website is the medium which really connects world very fast. Now, learn how to, you can say, market, digital marketing techniques you should learn, right? And create a customer base. These things are important. If you are opening up a startup from scratch, if you are not having idea, just learn it, how you're going to do. Now, government is also supporting us. The government is really having you can say, hand for us. But if you're not concentrating on it, right, that you can miss an opportunities. You should really visit government sites which can really fund you, which can really you can support you, or which can really benefit you from tax benefits, right? For example, credit guarantee fund trust for micro and small enterprises, software technology park. This is a scheme. So some of the scheme I have written it. Tax benefits you can take, or you can say VCA, that is venture capital assistance as well, or you can have a loan for solar PV power project. These are some of the, you can say, support I have written it. But if you're not concentrating on this, I think you can have you can say lost into it. So try to connect with this government sites and try to find out how they're going to help me. Okay. This is what Startup India, that is initiative taken by this government, and they really given support. That is 4,000 plus startup has been benefited last year. In 2021, 4,000 plus startup has been benefited. 960
In
crores of funding has been provided through various schemes.
in
This
this
was not.
one thing I would also like to add here,
Yeah.
that our university is also having that kind of program, that is big fish pool in the campus itself, and the purpose is to provide the funding to those who have very good ideas, and the theme is almost same. So I thought I must share with you. And in that series, in this we have organized a series of guest lecture in which you are also contributing. So
Right.
this is one of the thing I think most of the universities are adopting, and we are also doing it. And this somewhere promote the startup culture in our country also.
Very nice, Nikhil. I think if you are doing this, your management is supporting you, and if you are doing this, really you are adding one more step in contribution, and that is good one. I think buddy entrepreneurs can take advantage of it if they are
Yeah,
really
definitely.
listening. Now,
Definitely.
yeah. So this is the crux I have written it, and this is the reality that we can take advantage of funding as well as, and we can really take advantage of infrastructure they have also provided. In solar farms, they are providing us support, so you can really go and just connect with the government. 828 crores sanction funding for infrastructure. So this is I think figures which is going to add up in 2022. You can just track government sites, and they're really adding every new scheme every day, right? So what is the main aim of Startup India? That is to make new entrepreneurs to stand and contribute in development of the country, right? So startups in the country, the government launched a Startup India, that is action, and this is to be taken very seriously. If you are having this big fish pool, your event, I think that is a good one for new entrepreneurs which are really going to contribute in the development of the country. These are some of the government support, hand holding. So that's what I'm talking about. Legal support. They are really giving certificates, portals and apps made, so you can take help of the IPR. They are providing IPR for any new design or a new venture or new, you can say, uh, business as well. So you can register your design as well. So 80% rebate in filing of patents, this is given by the government. So I think this slide is very important. So we need to take it very seriously. Funding incentives. So some of the schemes, credit guarantee schemes are there. On tax exemption, this is very important. So IT exemptions for 3 years. So means what if you're opening up your venture? So first 3 years you should be exempted from tax. This is a good, you can say, hold government. They also provide a incubation support. That is, you can have support of the government, and you can just try your business in their labs as well. So they can give you the right technology, right instruments, right labs as well. So that has been provided incubation facility by the government. So 35 new incubators in existing institutions and 35 new private sector incubators with funding support from the government. So I think we need to introspect. Either we are really seeing all these things, you can say startups are wrong. And some grants which have been provided, and routine events has been organized by the government. So where they share new knowledge, new entrepreneurs have been introduced to the world, innovations, what is a new innovation done up, to startup talk and all. This has been done by government. Now, these are some of the new startups which has been come up in last decade. So you can just see, I think boat is more preferred to the youngsters. Nika, that is more preferred, okay, and Creed, that is more preferred. Swiggy, Dream11, Pharma Easy, Misho. There are many more. So I have just written which are some popular in market, and you know. So can you identify at least minimum 5 which you know? So you can write a digit in chat box. How many startups you know that it is in the market out of these? Okay, or some new startups which are there. You can just write up in the chat box, right? So I think many more startups has come up. You can say Urban Company, that is now Urban Company. So that is home services they are providing. Okay, Ola, Uber, okay, sorry, Olex, sorry, Ola, Uber, Oyo Rooms. These are some of new ventures which are been thought of, and now they are in the market with idea. So I'm just saying chat. People are writing yes, but they are not writing name of the company from which they are really connected, they are buying or they are dealing with. So you should write the name of the company as well in the chat box. Okay. So now Misho, I think that is more preferred nowadays, is a reseller, and we are buying it. So Pharma Easy, that is a solution for selling medicine and healthcare products in the country. Okay. Then NetMeds, that is also India Ki Pharmacy. So these are all new ventures. Somebody is having idea, and that idea is now a full-fledged idea in the market. Nika. Okay. So can you tell me what is the news related to Nika in stock trading? Anybody who can just tell me what is the news related to Nika in stock market last 6 months? Not 6 months, 1 year. What is the news related to stock trading? Okay, I get an idea. IPO. Anybody who can tell me what is the news related to Nika IPO? You can speak. You can open your microphone and speak. So nobody's there in the class? There are 57
Investor lost a lot of the money in the recently launched, whether it's Paytm, Nika, Zomato. Most of them have lost a good amount of money. Investor were expecting a big hike, but they suffered heavy losses.
Okay, fine. Fine, Nikhil. Okay, let's go ahead. That is a new one. So what is Udaan? I think B2B commerce platform. This is the home delivery system. They have Dream11. I think most of them might be playing it, right? So it is related to sports. Swiggy, that is your online food ordering system. Right? Fast Cry, that is related to baby products. Okay, retailing, baby products retailing. So many startups are there. Now, when you start a startup, okay, so you need to just see, you need to follow this process. Okay, so your success lies when you really see every you can say point very minutely. Okay, so live in the future, don't think of today, but think in future how you're going to helping the society. This is important. What is missing in the world? Okay, you need to think. Okay, what, write it down and bounce idea around. Just put it in a paper and just see whether this idea will be having some new thing in the market. Okay, how it can be new? Make a prototype. Just make a prototype, and just tell a society that just see this prototype and evaluate whether it is going to work or not. So I think this is related to survey you can do. Show a prototype to 100 people, and from there try again and again, right? Until it makes a sense in the market. Okay, senseless idea flops. Senseless flops. So you need to try and again. So make a sense in the market. Okay, find a founders, co-founders who can really be helpful. Okay, register. This is what register your organization if it is fine. Okay, everything is fine. I think prototype is really passed. Then you can go for registering that organization. Look for funding. Okay, then launch. Okay, so in Shark Tank, I think most of the budding entrepreneurs come for funding. Launch it and follow up and just test it whether this product is good or not. Okay, if it is good, fine, you can move ahead. If it is not fine, then relaunch it again. Then again relaunch it, right? And grow 5% a week. That should be your target. Okay, and finally you can go for. Okay, so you need to think whether you are just opening any startup or you are having some value addition in the market where your customer is going to really appreciate your work. Okay, so process is followed here. So idea need to be generated, a concept need to be generated, make a prototype, business model, and can come up with the company. But every idea is not successful. So you can just see here 90% of your startup fails, only 10% succeed. So you should be really having a visual on it, what we are doing and why we are doing, for whom we are doing it. Okay, so 90% of startup fails and 10% succeed. So why they succeed and why they fail, we'll be seeing in the next coming slides. You should start up with 2 or more founders are more likely to succeed. That's what I'm talking about. Your manpower, your co-founders, that should be found. Okay, new startups launch every second. 3 new startup launch every second. These are some of the you can say statistics which I have come up with. Pre-match is why most startups fail. What we do is we try to earn more profit and spend more cost. You're adding cost and then you're earning. I think that is not value. You should reduce the cost. So pre-mature scaling need to be taken it very seriously. In early, you can say early ages, in the introduction stage, you should be only try to launch a product and try to create awareness rather than earning profit. But we are in hurry so that we should start earning profit. We should not try to break the break even early, but it should give some time so that you catch up with the market. Now, growth and strategies. This is what is important. Okay, so how you can be successful? Do some effective research before entering into a market. So research is very important. Okay. Then collaborate with somebody which is having real knowledge and which can add value. That is second thing. Third, learn digital marketing skills. Add this thing in your, you can say, routine, and how we can explore our marketing through digital marketing. Okay, pricing should be appropriate. So work on your pricing and benefits you are giving to the society. How you are adding benefits, what benefit you're giving to the society. If you follow these 5 steps, I think you can be a successful entrepreneur, or you can have a successful startup. But we come up with a startup without a research, and this is the first step where we really make a big mistake, and rest all things land up in mess. Okay, so your research should be such which is giving you real figures where we can focus in future. Prepare your startup to scale up. How you can scale up? strategy should be right. What is your strategy? That should be right. So what I suggest is, if you're coming with new startup, your idea should be new. That is fine. Don't add something into a product and come with that product. That will fail. So your idea should be new, that really connects with the world. Invest in technology. So we are not investing in technology, but we are trying to come up. So I think technology is first hand, which will really develop your market, or you connect with the market. Outsource non-essentials. Okay, so which is not with you, try to outsource it. Okay, take some consultancy from someone, or try to take guidance from someone, or you can have KPUs, knowledge processing outsourcing, from another country. That will be really helpful, because you might be missing something which is not been incorporated, so you can add that value into your idea. Improve marketing, improve reputation. So some reputation is very important thing. So your things get sold due to reputation. So today I think boat is well known word. Anything of boat, any gadget of boat, I think we really go with that. Okay, fine, reputation is good. But if I come up with some new concept today, and that is not known to the market, the goodwill is not going good, I think that will not work, right? So hire the right people. That is an important strategy. Make startup workable without you. Don't make startup that is workable with you, but without you means what? It should be having a connectivity approach. It should be having a, you can say, digital marketing approach. It should be online. That is, I think that will be good, so that it will rocks away and it really touches heights. So these are some of the strategies we are trying to explore. Challenges are also there. So what are the major challenges you see in a startup? The first challenges is, so what is your business model? Okay, here you need to work. Second, growth, market development. So which market I'm targeting and how I'm going to develop market, how I'm finding new market as well. Okay, not only market, how I'm finding new market. Third is scalar, that is how you're going to sustain in the market, how you're going to achieve a leadership position and you get a growth in the market. So these things are very important, and you should keep in mind if you are a good entrepreneur. If you're not putting this in the right track, so you will leave the track. Why startup fails? So 38% of startup fail because of lack of funds. पैसा ही नहीं है. Okay, they fail. They are not able to raise the capital. So how are you going to raise the capital? Your product is good, it is workable in the market, and if it is really solving the issues of the society, if you are helping in the society with your idea, I think that will work. People will give funding to you. So here, due to this failure, our government have started giving funding to the new ideas. And most least is you can just read it out. No market need. If you are not able to find a market need and you come up with some idea, right? So there is one product that is zipline. I don't know how many knows. Zipline product has been made, you can say, entrepreneur, and that product is not according to need of the market. Can anyone tell me what is this zipline? Somebody speaking. Zipline is a product variable mask to the glass. That product is, I think, not needed in the market, but according to entrepreneur, he is having that need in the market. A variable mask on the glass, so that you don't touch the glass while sipping. I think this is not a need, and is facing tough time in the market. You can just Google it, right? Got overcompeted. Competition should be less. Business model is not good. It fails. Regulatory, legal challenges. You don't do your homework and you don't find the challenges. Legal challenges. Pricing is not accurate, not proper. These are some of the reasons why your startup fails. Okay, so you need to just see first 5, that is most important, right? And from there you can just scale up your startup. Now funding, from where you get funding? Paisa nahi hai hamare paas. So government of India has given this scheme, Startup India Seed Funding Scheme. So you can take advantage up to 50 lakhs, and number of beneficiaries, 3,600 people have already taken benefit from it. Okay, so a website is there. You can just go to the website, Seed Funding Scheme, and you can apply for your fund. Okay, and these are various schemes which has been run by government to support your startup. The Startup India Initiative, eBiz Portal, Atal Incubation Center, SIP8, Mudra Banks. I think Mudra Bank, Mudra loans, you can take it. Multiplier Guarantee Scheme, Credit Guarantee, Software Technology Park, New Generation Innovation, Dairy Processing. So various schemes are there. These top 10 schemes which are really favoring our entrepreneurs. You can just take advantage of it. Now, challenges. So 90% of our startups fail and only 10% succeed. So these are the important challenges, or why our startup fail. The idea is weak, planning is not appropriate, team is not really having coordination, or team is not properly you can set up. Co-founder is not supportive, or some issues related to stake in the company. These are some of the challenges. Financing, funding, marketing, poor marketing or not proper marketing, technology, if you're not with the technology, resisting change. So you're not trying to level up with the change in the society or change in the technology. So you're keeping up with the same thing, and it will end up in mess. Customer market identification, if you're not doing it properly, these are some of the challenges. Competitors, if there are more competitors in the market, I think we need to see how we're going to really be number one, how our customer will really appreciate our product and try to buy it. How we are going to put this product in the hand of your customer. How new innovation can be done the product, so that we can beat the customer. Cyber security, I think we need to take major care in this. Your data can be breached, or data is really been hacked by some of the you can say hackers. So you need to take security measures for your organization. Okay. Thank you. That's for the day, and I hope that I have tried to cover up the major strategies in the stipulated 45 minutes given to me. Over to you, Nikhil.
Thank you so much, Dr. Harvinder Singh ji, for your valuable time, for sparing your time from your busy schedule and giving the deep insight about the strategies that we can adopt for any budding entrepreneur or any visionary entrepreneur can adopt to become a successful business leader and will be able to start a new venture. So I hope your session is really enjoyed by most of us, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm once again thanking you on the behalf of School of Management Studies as well as the entire CTU University for your valuable time and for your effort that you put in the series of guest lectures that we have, expert talk that we have organized with a vision to promote the startup culture in India. So thank you so much, Harvinder sir. Pleasure meeting you. Hope we will have many other sessions in the coming future also. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for giving an opportunity to share important tips related to startup. Thank you very much.
Pleasure, sir. Thank you, sir.